How's it going, people? This is just a couple of games I put into one post here. It's not going to be an indication of how great I am. It's just an indication of, we're going to see a lot of games with inflated scores based on new players getting into the game from Christmas gifts and whatnot. The Christmas noobs, as they're called. Basically, they're starting off where we did at the beginning when we got the game when it first came out. So those of us that did start playing from the start have a very distinct advantage of knowing the maps, the most traveled areas, the longest lines of sight, the choke points, just general map knowledge and game knowledge. So I'm not posting this game to show, hey, I'm the best player ever, or that I'm really that great a player, but this is just an indication that even the average or just slightly above average player is going to be able to get some really really killer scores. Like these two games, I played them. There's played this game and then one game between this one and the next, and the next game, 46 and 1, 43 and 1. The 46 and 1, this one has two chopper gunners. The 43 and 1 has one. So that actually the 43 and 1 could have went a lot higher if I had gotten a second chopper gunner. But like you can see, I'm not camping it up to get these streaks or these scores. It's just the fact that I know from playing, last 2 months where the best places are. And these are the same places you would go to playing against anybody, not just newer players. This game, matter of fact, the other team wasn't all new players. There was a couple of higher prestige, I shouldn't say higher prestige, a couple of players that were prestiged more than once. So it wasn't a complete bum team I was playing, but it didn't really matter. As anybody really knows, if you're stuck on a team that is not good, it doesn't matter really how good you are. You'll get spawned in bad places, or you'll get out of a rotation where you're just going to be surrounded every time you turn around. And we've all been in that situation. I don't care how good you are. Everybody's had a game where you just every time you spawn, you get shot because the other team is just swarming. And that's just the nature of the beast of games where you respawn. And I don't know, it's just like I'm pretty happy with these games. Like recently, I'm not happy with a game unless I get 30 plus kills, just because of the large number of new players I expect to do well. I almost ran out there and got killed by this guy getting the care package, but not really going to be going over the gameplay too much, because what's there to go over? I mean, I'm doing circles around the map, same thing that most people do. Nothing spectacular. Maybe you consider me a noob using Ghost with silencer, but I like to get up in their spawns, and I like to not let them know that I'm there, so that I can get these large amounts of kills and win the games for my team, basically. But I cut out all the chopper gunners, by the way. I mean, nobody needs to sit there and watch us go through and do the chopper gunners. It's boring. So I just cut out the chopper gunner scenes and just showed the actual gameplay. A lot of people fast forward it, but even fast forwarding is, you still have to watch it. Plus, putting the two games together, even fast forwarding, it's extra time that I don't want added to the game. It's hard enough to ask people to watch 8-minute, 10-minute game without making them watch 3 or 4 chopper gunners. So anyway, like I was saying, that this is just an indication that, or I already said, this is just what you can expect to see for a long time now, because people are going to save these games up. They're going to get these huge scores. They're going to save them up, and they're going to post them as they go. We're going to see games from this in the summer. We just look at this awesome, super sexy game I had where I went 52-3 on team deathmatch, ground war. I totally pwned. Yeah, well, you pwned noobs. I mean, you didn't play against high-ranking people that have game time in here that carry a good score. We're gonna see crazy high scores from people playing kill warring and objective games. And I started playing like hardcore, or not hardcore, but headquarters a couple times just to try it out when I was just starting to prestige, because I know that's a great way to really fly through some levels. But it's just, I felt like crap because even though I was doing the objective, capturing headquarters, destroying headquarters, defending headquarters, what have you, it was still, in my eyes, I was basically kill whoring because I would have like 50 plus kills, 8 or less deaths, and like I would capture the headquarters and then I would just sit there and pick them off as they come because you don't respawn but they do. So it's like an endless stream of kills that you can get. Now, the headquarters only last for so long for sure, and you get extra points for every second and last, or whatever, however it's set up, for every whatever you want to call it, like tick or whatever, and then it ends on its own. But I did not lose one headquarters game because if you have anybody that's decent at killing, you're going to be able to capture, defend, and outlast the other team on a consistent basis. And really, you're not really learning the game leveling that fast. Sure, it's fun, you're getting a bunch of kills, you're unlocking stuff, but it just, to me, it seems like you learn more if you take a little bit more time, use the slower game types that don't level you up as fast. You get to learn more about the guns that you have available, instead of like a lot of people, they get stuck on the AK-74U. And I know it's a controversial issue, people saying that it's not overpowered, it is overpowered. Well, yeah, in my eyes it is a little overpowered. If I throw that on there with Warlord, Rapid Fire, Rapid Fire and Grip, and then run Scavenger, you can go 2+ KD almost consistent without any real trouble. You can outgun any SMG up close because the damage per bullet is higher than the other SMGs. You can outgun a lot of the assault rifles longer distance because with rapid fire it shoots faster. With grip it's more accurate, and it's just an all-around gun. I mean, now, to be honest, is it a good idea to run a gun that you can use in any situation? Obviously, but you're not really you're not testing yourself. You're not improving as a gamer. Should you have to do that? No. I like to do that. I like, like I picked up this MP5K with the ACOG on it, and I still do well with it because I've spent a lot of time playing with the MP5K. So I feel comfortable with it. That's why I play with other guns. I want to be able to feel comfortable picking up any gun I find on the ground because I typically don't run Scavenger. If you're comfortable with any gun you pick up off the ground, you can continue a kill streak. You can just keep playing. You don't have to, hide in a corner and wait for someone to run by and knife them, see if their gun's something you like, whatnot. But in my eyes, using every gun that's available as you prestige makes you a better player because you don't have to rely on one specific gun setup, one perk layout. Now, most of the time I use the Galil Silence. Why? Because it's accurate, it's powerful. I also like the AUG. I don't like the FAMAS. I can use the AK-47. It's one of them situational guns. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not. I used to think the infield sucks. I can use the infield and do well with it. I can do well with most of the LMGs. Don't really like the penalty for the movement, but I can use them. I don't like any of the shotguns. Now I know I actually ran into some people that actually were good with them. I'm not, so that's my downfall. I can use the pistols, but I cannot use the shotguns, and I don't like the ballistic knife or the crossbow. But there it is. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and you guys have a great night.